Chantal, it's like you can't make it 2 days without self reporting on yourself that you're fucking up your diet and grossing us out, not only by watching you eat with your mouth open, but eating some of the most disgusting food possible that's slathered in all kinds of shit. Just so you know, I had a chicken soft taco from Del Taco today. One. That's it. That's all I ordered. It was a $2 meal. That was my lunch. Alright. Let's go. Thank you, Perfectly Imperfect, for capturing the footage.
Let's react to Foodie's Taco Bell Rager.
Excellent. So, I was feeling a bit too skinny, so I thought I would have a cheat meal. Anyway, so yeah. I'm having Taco Bell Tuesday for my cheat meal, I guess.
There is never a day in which you are feeling too skinny, Chantal. You have a giant ass belly in front of you that your spine is supporting. You've got an apron of skin coming down your thighs, and you have some sort of hunchback developing. And not to mention that this is with the filters on. There is not a single day in which you feel too skinny.
I don't really want to call it like a cheat meal. It's just a meal I feel like having, and I'll just eat accordingly, like healthier for the rest of the day. I don't know. Anyway, I'm not gonna.
Why didn't you just split it with Sala and only have like 2 pieces and not put the yogurt, if that's what it was, on it, and skip the cheese fries? Like, 2 of those slices should have been more than enough for you for lunch. I could have only eaten 1 of them, being real.
Talk about or make excuses for what I'm eating. I just want to eat it.
I just want to eat it. And that's the root of all her issues. She wants it, she does it. Regardless of the consequences. Regardless of the reality of diabetes in her face. Wasn't it 3 weeks ago she nearly went into a diabetic coma? Insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results. Foodie is insanity.
I want to talk about some things that...
Well, and also, I mean, she obviously is playing this up for a very specific audience because she did her whole makeup for this. You're not even leaving the house today. You needed full makeup for this? Okay.
You seem to be confusing me with someone else. This whole notion... I've seen comments from people commenting on my videos. Where it's like... They're like... The only reason you want to get healthy now and lose weight now, because there always has to be some kind of like ulterior motive that's negative. There can't be anything ever positive in my life, right? Is because of the fact
Dude, you're such a gross eater. Oh my god. Oh my god.
you don't want to be cheated on. You want your man to be attracted to you.
So one thing we know about Foodie is, when we've said something that triggers her, usually when we've spoken the truth, that's when she gets on and makes a video about it, in her smug, condescending voice. So obviously, saying that she's only embarking on this newest health journey for Sulla has triggered an emotional response. I personally think she's angry with Sulla. She ordered this fast food meal, and he probably said something about it, because I believe that for Sulla, Foodie being successful in losing weight would be a redemption arc for him. When did he spend this time with her before, taking her to parks and malls?
Well, we don't know that he's actually the person doing this. I mean, it's been speculated that she has hired a videographer, because if it is him, they're not having back and forth conversation like they did in previous live streams or videos, however you want to, vlogs, whatever it is. I don't know. And I don't really care if she is that paranoid about her relationship, that that's her motivation. Whatever gets her healthy, gets her healthy. But she's right. It does need to be for her. And that's the thing, is that, is it for her? Because if it's for you, I would think that you'd put more effort into it. I wouldn't be cheating every other day if it was for me. I would be trying to make a serious effort to get it done. And it just seems like you're not serious about this, and you're not considering just how far gone your body is at this point and how dangerous, especially you're going to be 40 this year, right? This is a very dangerous situation for you. You already have health problems, and you are unwilling to make the effort to actually get this done. And the thing is, I don't think he is your inspiration, because if he was, I think he would actually be trying to be more supportive of this effort and making sure that there weren't candy bars in the house and cookies in the house and stuff like that. That he would be trying to help you through this journey. And so I'm not one of the people who's on board with the idea that you're doing this for Salah, because I'm not entirely convinced that your relationship with Salah is romantic. I'm getting the impression that it's more of a business partnership for your social media presence. And that you just want to be able to say, my husband, right? You want to be able to say that over and over again and try and use that as a shame against anybody else who's doing social media, who might have a React channel or whatnot, who you just automatically assume has nothing going on outside of their channel that they did not publicize like you have done. Not everybody puts everything up online, right? And certainly most of us weigh a lot less than you do.
Would do it maybe once a month for their couple's channel. But since she's been home, he's been doing this, encouraging her to walk to lose weight. And most likely when she woke up today, Foodie announced she was not going for a walk and wanted to eat Taco Bell. Typical Foodie for anyone who's been watching. But for Sola, the stakes are higher.
I don't know about that.
You're basically saying that nobody overweight or fat, even obese, whatever, can be loved, or somebody can't be attracted to them.
Foodie,
Nobody's saying that. Nobody is saying that at all. What we're saying is that you met a guy on Tinder Global, and 3 weeks later you were married to him and moved to Kuwait. You changed your entire appearance and religion for him, right? You're saying that you're not trying to do things for men, but that's exactly what you're doing here, is you've changed everything about yourself for a man, for an image, because nobody believes that you're actually praying. Nobody believes you're praying. I mean, you've picked up a few words that you like to throw out every there, now and then, but nobody believes that you're serious about being a Muslim, period. And especially because of your overeating. And that's I don't even, I'm learning a bunch of new words just watching your channel and watching the reacts. Because I didn't know this much about the Muslim faith. But it is, as Catholics would say, gluttony. And it is considered a mortal sin. I think it's very unfortunate because it looked like you were actually trying to make a real effort and that it really was for you. That it was something that you want to do and then you collapse. Like, what happens? Are you having some sort of emotional conversations that send you spinning backwards? Is that what's happening?
Thinks you can't find love. Pete's would be devoted to you. It's the fact that you're so insecure about how others see you, that you had to find a younger man across the world, to prove to your haters that you're sexy enough to attract the attention of a younger, more attractive man. Well, he quit his job, is living off your teat, and has now proven to be the cheater we all knew he was. Don't get mad at us. Grow up and lose the chip on your shoulder from being the fat friend in high school. You're 40. Get over it. Pathetic.
Number 2, my husband met me, and I was fat. Being on video before we met in person, the video apparently adds pounds. So, for being on video for hours and hours a day, he would know how fat I am.
Yo soy María Angélica Gómez Cortés. Tengo 35 años. Soy mamá de Tadeo y Mateo.
Oh, really? I don't think so. Ha 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 ha. Here he is telling Kay Bella you were bigger in person. Because you were so short. And let's be honest. It's not big women Sulla likes. It's big wallets and small self-esteems.
Third, the person he was talking to was also fat.
Well, at least he could carry her. Bwahahaha.
And last, but certainly not least.
Well, what do you consider fat? I mean, she might have been overweight, but was she your size? Because I don't think she was. So I don't know that that's necessarily comparable, right?
Why would I stay married to someone who isn't attracted to me or doesn't love me because of my weight?
I know. Because you're an artificial, self-consumed 40-year-old who is trying to compensate for the fact that when you were in high school, nobody saw you as the good-looking friend. So you've been chasing that huge disappointment the rest of your life. And you seem to think you'll find it by having a younger, more attractive man claim you as his wife. All he has to do is fake love me, and I'll give him the world.
When, hear me out, people, if you're ever feeling that way, then you need to find someone who does like you for your size, in your good and bad situations, everything. What happened has nothing to do with my weight. And if it did, I could easily find someone who appreciates me for how I am.
Here's the thing. We agree, Foodie. It doesn't matter how fat you are. Sulla just isn't into you. You're the one making it about your weight. You're the one who thinks by losing weight, and by stalking Sulla's social media, he'll never cheat again. The fact is, we've all been calling this from the get-go. We all saw Sulla for who he was and knew it was a matter of time before the truth came out. And it will happen again. And when it does, we'll be here saying, told you so. Because Foodie is more concerned about having the younger, more attractive men by her side than she is about having a companion that truly cares for her. Again, she's superficial and trying hard to prove something to her haters.
Yeah, seriously. Chantel, yes, you need to love yourself. You need to be doing these things for yourself. But the bigger problem here is that you have been making some incredibly bad life decisions. Not only about the men that you've chosen to be with, that in some cases have given you STDs, but also about overlooking when they do bad things and excusing it, setting up bad arrangements like that. You are now in a foreign country that's surrounded by other countries that are being bombed by the US right now. And Britain, I think, is also involved in that too. And I mean, it's an incredibly scary situation for you. And you're just like, well, I just want to have a big freaking platter of Taco Bell. Not a big deal. Well, okay, if this is your cheat meal, you should have kept it to yourself. You shouldn't have live streamed or videoed this.
We all see this for what it is.
I think saying things like, you should get in shape for your man, you know? You should do this to keep up in your relationship. No, you need to do things for yourself. You don't change for any man. You don't change for anyone. You change for yourself.
Again, nobody is saying this. We are merely pointing out that this is the reason Foodie is trying to lose weight. For Sulla. And it's also why we know it won't happen. Because as we see, Foodie went running back to the fast food as soon as things got hard. Because she finds her comfort in food. Not her husband.
Dumbest comments from reaction channels saying, well, maybe you should have been aware, like you let yourself go. Maybe that's why he cheated.
Nope. Not true. I haven't heard one reaction channel say this. This is an outright lie. What is being said is that nobody is surprised by Sulla cheating, because we all knew from the get what he was after. And it wasn't her beauty or sparkling personality. Reaction channels are merely telling Foodie that losing weight isn't going to change Sulla's motivation.
The shit community that fat shames me while looking like this need to cut it out and stop with the grade 5 attitude that just because you're fat.
Okay, all right, okay. Okay. Reminds later, I don't need another update. It seems like I get an update like every day. This is what I look like, Chantel. This is what I look like. You want to throw me in that collection of people? Because you know I've been covering a lot of your videos. Hey, pretty much. You like this beanie? I have another one like it in blue. But I can't remember where it is. I think it might be like in one of my suitcases. No filters, no makeup, just straight up in my night gear. That's what I always called it for my kid. As rather than PJs or jammies, I always called it night gear. From when I traveled at some point. Trying to get Google to open up. I hope everyone's having a good Martin Luther King weekend. I have another doctor appointment tomorrow. And it's been a difficult body weekend for me. It's been difficult for me to walk this weekend. Okay. You see, because I actually have a real diagnosed nerve condition in my leg, Chantel. So that's why it's difficult for me to walk. Let's see. If I can get some of this stuff up. I think the sound is at the right, it's at the right place. Okay, that's not where I want to be. That's pretty amazing that I'm getting hit now by both fanboys and fangirls for, I think it was Chantel, and for now it's Jeffree Star. I had some Jeffree Star. They were total QAnoners who were trying to back up his conspiracy theory beliefs. Look, dude, I didn't ban you on TikTok. I'm just telling you straight up. The fake news is banned by all of the social media platforms, except for maybe the one that Trump started, right? And maybe Elon Musk, maybe X. That could be true as well. Okay. I gotta skip an ad. This is turned off, right? Notice how I'm not afraid to show you that I have blemishes, that I don't need a filter to try and thin myself out. Yes, I have some fat under my chin because I also lost a lot of weight. I lost 70 pounds. And so they're saggy skin parts of my body as well, Chantel. Okay, I don't have sound. Give me a second. Somehow the sound got turned all the way down. Okay. Love will keep us together. Think of me, babe, whenever some sweet talking girl comes along, singing his song. Don't mess around, you just got to be strong. Just stop, 'cause I really love you. Stop, I'll be thinking of you. Look in my heart and let love keep us together. See, that's the thing, Chantel. Even doing this a lot longer than me, you have a larger audience than I do. But I put out fun things. I put out things that are happy. And you are constantly complaining about the React channels, even though just on Saturday you did a live stream saying that you were going to let it go, right? Like you were going to stop worrying about them. And here you are again, all freaked out. And it's because every time you do a mukbang, people have a lot of criticisms, period. And yeah, I guess they're probably criticizing the way that you exercise. You probably should get a personal trainer because you've got a lot of body issues, and you know you do. But the thing is, the fact that you're walking around, that's a good start. And I've said that multiple times, that starting with walking 30 minutes a day is a great start to a workout program.
I did it in the bathroom, I did it in the car, and I did it at work.
Oh no, went all the way.
He's been doing this, encouraging her to walk to lose weight. And most likely when she woke up today, Foodie and
No, we were at the spot where she was trying to bag on the other React channels, right? Where was it? I think it was kind of far into it. Trying to bag on the... Yeah, here it is.
The shit community that fat shames me while looking like this need to cut it out and stop with the grade 5 attitude that just because you're fat you can't get a man, because then by that logic neither can all of you.
again, it's not about Foodie being fat. It's about her being an embarrassment to fat women everywhere. She perpetuates the stereotype of the pathetic fat woman who uses her money to gain the attraction of a younger man who obviously isn't with her for the right reasons.
Yeah.
I mean, he cheated on her with one of her own beezers and she took him back. Fat women everywhere unite in saying be...
Well, not only that, she took him back within less than 2 hours, which makes the whole thing suspect. Within less than 2 hours, Chantel. You wouldn't even let him stew in his juices. Like, what were you thinking? You totally lost, like, any sort of leverage you had in that relationship.
better.
Just saying.
No.
And it also doesn't help that as a fat woman herself, she also helps perpetuate that fat women are gluttonous slobs who use food to cope with everything, while sitting on their fat arses, shoveling globs of fatty fast food into their pie holes, while crying "Stop fat shaming me." And making every excuse in the book for why they refuse to change their ways. Yet,
Yeah, it's totally eating your feelings, Chantel.
fat women actually have the most room to criticize her because her behaviors are an embarrassment.
This health journey I'm on, I'm doing it for myself, not anyone else. Not my husband, not anyone but me.
You know, nothing drives home the words, health journey, more than shoveling Taco Bell down your gullet.
And I'm going to say this with the utmost smugness and sassiness I can say. I will never stay with someone who isn't attracted to me. And I can tell by how much affection, how much touch, how much XO, how much everything you get from that person.
It's unbelievable. Your words are unbelievable. We don't, most of us don't even believe he's actually in the apartment anymore. And most of us don't believe you ever had a romantic relationship with him. It's unbelievable. It looks much more like a social media business relationship.
I just never fall.
Did somebody say Grubhub?
Nothing beats Grubhub delivering the fam's favorite meal.
Well, just, parting words on that is that I don't think we're ever going to get her to stop lying about what's happening here and trying to craft her own story around what's happening here. But we can still push back, and she'll probably still hit our channels with sock accounts who say repulsive things to us. That'll probably happen too.